Nvidia 4060 review ban is up, and reviews already dropped from all the big channels like Hardware Unboxed, Linus Tech Tips, Gamers Nexus. But I'm just gonna look at the reviews done by Hardware Unboxed because they have very many cards, and I really like their format. And I'm also gonna look at Daniel Owens because he dives into ray tracing. So by now you probably know that, yeah, the 4060 is dead on arrival. As you can see, on average, 15 game average, I'm not gonna look game by game, but on a 15 game average, it beats the 7600 by 3 frames per second, and you pay $50 more. What I forgot to say in yesterday's video, I totally forgot about the 6650 XT. I actually assumed this is out of stock for some reason. I don't know why. So it is really hard to buy the 4060 or the 7600 while the 6650 is in stock. And we can check right now on PC Part Picker. You can get the 6650 XT for $229.99, so $230, right? Yeah, it is really hard to beat the value of the 6650 XT right now. And yeah, these are the 1080p results. This is the 1440p game average, and it gets even tighter, so the 6650 looks even better. So while this is in stock, obviously these are prices for the US market, so you should do your own value table based on your location, right? That's what I did when I bought the 7900 XT. Like the XTX was a lot more expensive, and the 4080 was even more expensive. So that's why I ended up with the 7900 XT. It was, weirdly enough, it was better value because of the markup that the sellers put here in Europe. Right, so 15 game average, 1440p, they're basically tied, right? 1 FPS and 3 FPS for the 6650 XT. So while this is in stock, buy this. Just if you have $300, go for the 6700. Go sell 3 lemonades, get 10 extra dollars, and get the 6700 XT. And I'll show you why in a moment. I mean, you can clearly see how these are all rasterized results, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, 6700 XT is like, this is probably, yeah, it's 20% faster in 1440p and 13% faster than the 4060 at 1080p for 10 extra dollars, right? You can buy the ASRock Challenger. It's available on Newegg for $310. So why would you buy the 4060? Oh, because you want to try RT. Well, with the exception of one game, the 6700 is perfectly fine with ray tracing, because most games don't have heavy ray tracing. They just don't. Only Cyberpunk. Like we can see here. Forspoken, 67 includes ray tracing, right? 6700 XT, 31% faster than the 3060, so it's about 30% faster than the 4060. This is probably 1440p. Again, 21% faster than 4060. Like even the 3060 12 gigabytes is is having the same performance as the 4060. That's shameful, because the 3060 12 gigabytes is $270. So if you really want Nvidia, I don't know what to recommend. If you really want Nvidia, I would not recommend getting Nvidia, because overall the 4060 is a better card than the 3060, only if you push it to the limits, which I don't think you're gonna play like this. Like you're not gonna play in 1440p with 35 FPS. It doesn't make sense, really. I'm not an FPS snob. I generally feel okay in single player games with like 50 FPS, right? 35 is very noticeably bad. So yeah, this is 1440p. And again, with ray tracing, I'm going to try to find the ray tracing. I think the Last of Us doesn't have ray tracing. Returnal. All right. Jedi Warrior 7600 XT, as you can see, has almost the same, a bit better performance than the 4060 in ray tracing, right? 1440p. This is without ray tracing. This is with ray tracing. Almost the same performance, and like a bit better. Like this is like 10%, 7%, something like that. Although I would not play with Epic RT1, because I do want, ideally you want 60 FPS, right? Again, all credit to Daniel Owen. Go subscribe to his channel, because he's doing all the hard work. I would probably do the hard work, but I don't have all these cards, right? I don't have money for the cards. So the only problem with with the 6700 XT is that it's quite bad in heavy ray tracing. Without ray tracing, as you can see in Cyberpunk, it smashes the 4060. Only when you're starting to use heavy ray tracing, that's when you have problems with AMD cards. That's like the only drawback, and I'm talking only about gaming performance. I'm not talking about productivity or stuff like that. I have no idea how to, I mean, what application you must use for either AMD or Nvidia, but from what I know, Nvidia is the market leader, so all the applications are optimized for Nvidia cards. So you can see RT Ultra, the 4060 is 31% faster. But are you really gonna play with 30 FPS? For all the guys in the comments that say, oh, you can play with ray tracing. No, you can't. Not in native resolution. You cannot play. I mean, this is unplayable. Again, I'm not a snob, but you need like 50 FPS for the game to be playable in single player games, right? 50 FPS, I think is the sweet spot for me. Most people want at least 60 FPS. So yeah, this is a victory, but is it really? So you're gonna have to activate DLSS, and this is where Nvidia shines, because they do have, at 1080p, DLSS has better image quality than FSR. That's just fact. I don't think it's extremely noticeable. Again, you have to be probably a snob to notice it, but this is where they shine. Heavy ray tracing with DLSS activated, 4060 is better. So that's the Nvidia advantage. But you only have 8 gigabytes, and Nvidia already has problems with 8 gigabytes. And in the future, games are going to be more and more demanding. So do you want to rely on 8 gigabytes? I wouldn't. So at $300, I still think the 6700 XT is a better card. Right? This is the card to recommend. If you don't have $300 and you have like $250, go for the 6650 XT if you can buy it for cheaper. Right? If the 7600 is not at the same price, or maybe just $10 more, like if the 7600 would be $240, I would probably recommend the 7600. But for now, 6650 is the better choice, and you can clearly see here why. Now you might be wondering, where's the 7700 XT? Where is the 7800 XT or non-XT? Well, AMD is not going to release them until stock of 6700 and 6800 XT and non-XT dries up. They're just not, because the anticipation is they're kind of shit. If they want to release the 7700 XT for like $450, and it's gonna probably have close to the same performance as the 6700 XT, well, nobody's gonna buy the card, right? I'm curious where the 6800 XT is $500. If they come and release the 7800 XT at $550 or $500, and it gives probably the same performance, I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to release it. So until stock dries up, those cards are not gonna be released. So there you have it, guys. I was kind of right. Both, I mean, the 4060 is a really bad product overall. It should be like a 4050 or a 4050 Ti, and should be like $200 or $250. Then would be, I mean, it's not a bad product per se. I mean, it is kind of bad, but it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Like the only advantage it has, it's really power efficient. So marketing gold from Nvidia, you can save. This is just ridiculous. You can save $130 if you live in Germany and you play 20 hours a week. For the course of 4 years, you're gonna save $132. I mean, what? What is going on? Right. So cost per frame MSRP 7600 is the best MSRP, but we do not care about MSRP. We care about the prices right now. And as you can see, 6650 XT, 6600 XT, although I would say the 6650 XT is even better because it's not $250, it's $230. So cost per frame should be really, really low. We can actually calculate that, right? So cost is 230 divided by the average of 59. It's 389. So it's just amazing value. 7600 is not $270, it's $257 divided by 62 for 14. So it's even better, right? It's just amazing value. And also my GPU, which I did overpay because I got it at launch, but it's even better value than this because it's about $775. It's $569 is not great, right? It's still not great, but 1 week ago it was available on Amazon with a coupon for $720, and this is where the price should be for the 7900 XT. $720 would just be really good value for a high-end card. Really good value. Right. So those are the reviews for the 4060. Very underwhelming GPU because of the price. Just because of the price. Like we could go for let's say 249 launch price if it would have been like that divided by 61 FPS. It would have been amazing. Just $50 more. So my recommendation is if you want to buy like right now today, don't buy the 4060. Get the 6700 XT. And if you really want the 4060, if you really want to go Nvidia, just wait. The price should come down. So if it drops like at least to like 270, maybe then you're starting to look okay. Let's see. 270 divided by 61 FPS, 442. Yeah. So at below 270, Nvidia should be okay. But that's with if the other GPUs don't fall. Like if the 7600 goes to 230 or 220, well, you're not going anywhere, are you? All right. That's it for today. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video. Have fun.